What's up? Lingling is back with another video. Today we're going to talk about culture and language, the relationship between the two of them. The first time I went to China, beforehand I hadn't thought a single thing about Chinese culture and the way Chinese people behave compared to how Danish people behave. So I basically just thought that Chinese people were people with black hair, smaller eyes, but thinking the same way as I did. Yeah, wow, I was so wrong. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Before I went to China the first time, I had one travel book about China, so I read a little bit about Chinese travels and where to go, what to see, and about Chinese tradition and culture. But the thing is that when you read those books, it's only about the Chinese old traditions and old culture things. So when I came there, I very soon realized that it had nothing to do with modern society in China. So yeah, language and culture, the relationship between the two of them. It's tricky, it can be very tricky. The second time I went to China, I knew a little bit more about this. Again, because I started learning Chinese, so I felt like I learned a little bit through that way. So that's the first time when I actually got a book where I would learn how to talk in Chinese, and then every chapter of the book also had a cultural topic. Most Chinese books are made up like that, which is super cool. It's very nice because you know how to behave in like if you're going to a Chinese wedding, or why they do this for a Chinese dinner party and all these different things. But I still feel like there are some things they just cannot teach you, right? So you learn a language, but you cannot learn the culture like that so fast as you learn the language, if you know what I mean. When I learned Chinese, I would learn about the Chinese culture in between, but I still was not prepared when I came, when I went to China and I walked into the Chinese society, because it's new modern society. And the culture stuff from the books were just way too old-fashioned. So how do you learn that? That's the question for today. Now, after 5 years in a relationship with China and Chinese culture, I feel like I know a lot more about the culture, but I also realized a few days ago when I talked to a Chinese friend who wanted to speak in English to me. Usually I speak Chinese with Chinese friends because I don't have many opportunities to go and speak Chinese, but he wanted to speak in English, so I thought, okay, why not? And I was going to work that day, and because I'm driving around when working, the guy, he was like, you really have to take care, and he was like very worried about me and concerned, and he shouldn't talk to me when I was working. And I tried to tell him that I only look at my phone from when I'm walking from the car to the senior citizens' houses, and he just kept going on, and I thought, why are you doing this? But then I told myself, remember, he's Chinese. And then I realized, oh, it's because of the language. Because when people are worried and concerned in Chinese, like these, when I'm just going out and a Chinese person's like, oh, you have to take care, and you have to do this and that and that and this, and take care. It's just I think it's a very cultural thing, because my Danish friends won't necessarily do that. They'll just be like, have fun. And so when this guy, he did it in English language, I just was like, I was quite annoyed with it. But then I realized, I think it's because my mind is saying that when he's speaking English, he should be more like westernized or Scandinavian Danish thinking than if he did it in Chinese. But the thing is, you can't just change the language and the culture at the same time. I really think it's so hard to change the culture when you're talking. So when I started to think about this, I actually looked it up online, and there are a lot of articles saying that language and culture they are linked together. So you grow up in one society, you learn one language, and then your culture is a part of the society. So your thinking and the language you're saying is a part of it, or it's like a it's in reference to your culture, if you know what I mean. So this is really tricky. I just really wanted to discuss this with you guys. Another example is when I used the phrase "I love you." When I learned English the first time, I would watch a lot of American TV series, and they tend to say "I love you" a lot, or "I love chocolate," "I love doing that," "I love this," "I love it so much," and they're just very excited about everything. Whereas in Denmark, I think our language, like the level of excitement is lower, if you know what I mean. Like it's not like we're not happy or anything, we're just more modest with the words. So in English, it's very easy for me to say "I love you." It's very easy to say "I love you guys." It's very easy for me to say "I love doing this and that," and I'm just much more excited when I'm speaking in English, whereas in Danish, and I also realized in Chinese, I am much more modest, because "I love you" in Danish and in Chinese seems like just something you don't say a lot, so it has to be real serious if you actually say it. So yeah, that's the topic for today. Language and culture, the link between the two, or the relationship between the two things. Please let me know in the comments below if you have discovered this or experienced this before. Let me know about your experiences, and let's talk about Chinese culture, foreign culture, whatever culture you are in. And please give me a thumbs up for this video, and subscribe for more videos from Lingling. And until next time, guys, have a nice have a great day. Have a great day, and 再见.